It is the end of an era, but potentially the start of a new business age for Taylor Swift, threatening to take on the publishing industry with her latest moves. Could it be the future for other artists, or is it a risky gamble for her to be doing this alone? Hey there, I'm Blake with the Eras Tour book here, finally out. Taylor's doing what she does best, which is rewriting the rules. She's upending the book industry by self-publishing her latest project, bypassing traditional book publishers, the staggering amount of money that she is set to make by doing so. We will break down what she would have made under the old system and what she will make doing it her way, and you'll see why this was very much in her interest to figure this world out for herself.
And everyone, get ready to do your math.
Also ahead in this video, we will explore Taylor's long history with Target and how they helped her find the bullseye here. The first week's sales numbers are in, and only one celebrity book launch has ever been bigger by a hair. Can you guess whose? What I think Taylor's next moves could be here in the publishing world, and why other artists may not have such an easy time following in her footsteps. First, let's take a look at the book itself. Taylor Swift's Eras Tour book is 256 pages, a hardcover, with 500 plus photos, never before seen photos from behind the scenes, rehearsals, costume sketches, set design. It's kind of like your all access pass into the Eras Tour. And most importantly, her personal reflections written throughout the book. So Taylor wrote all of these, and you can bet fans are going to be just pouring through it for every little nugget of information they didn't know before. Enough so, apparently, for Target to categorize the book as a biography/autobiography. So Taylor essentially writes a foreword, a conclusion, and then a paragraph introducing each era as we go through, and then a few other little blurbs for behind the scenes. And Taylor's finding out publishing may not be as easy as it looks. The look at this batch was bound upside down, and a lot of little spelling errors and typos have been found in the book. Some online started calling it the Eras Tour book. This is me rhying on the surprise song page. An extra comma there at the end. And Toronto Night 4, sorry, you didn't make the cut. We do learn some interesting details, though, and I will cover three things we learned from the Eras Tour book coming up at the end, including Taylor's favorite entrance of the tour. Can you guess what it is? For those of you who have the book, is there anything missing in there that you would have liked to see more of? You know, there's not a lot written from Taylor. It is just like a paragraph per era. I would have maybe liked a little more of like memories from the tour and more about individual stops, but beggars can't be choosers. Here's the twist. Not only is Taylor self-publishing this book, she's not selling it through anyone else but Target. It's an exclusive deal with Target. That means no Amazon, no indie bookshops, just Target. It is Taylor's first foray into book publishing, but she's no stranger to brand partnerships, of course, and has a long-standing relationship with Target. So this is a company she's comfortable working with. It all started back with Speak Now, 2010. I put together this quick montage of all the Target commercials I could find to see how long this partnership has been going. Almost 15 years now.
Target buying my CD, and there are all these people who are buying it too, which is cool.
Get the Red Deluxe Edition with 6 bonus tracks exclusively at Target.
Target has always been an amazing partner.
There's only one place to get more Taylor.
Here we are doing the album photo shoot. This is amazing.
2 exclusive magazines, only at Target.
We're gonna go to the Target. We're gonna do like a basic inventory check.
So shiny.
Hey, this is Taylor Swift, and Target is the only place to get my new album Midnights on lavender vinyl.
1989 Taylor's version, tangerine vinyl with exclusive bonus track, only at Target.
Like New Romantics, my favorite song, was a Target bonus track on 1989. So they have a long history together. She knows Target can execute at the level she's come to expect. For Taylor, Target's massive reach, right? There's stores everywhere for Target. Make it easy for fans to go to a Target and pick up the books. That's going to be key if you're only going with one retailer. For Target, this partnership with Taylor guarantees foot traffic in all of its stores, because once you're in there buying a book, chances are you're not leaving with just a book. Target. No one's left with one thing from Target ever, I don't think, in the history of the world. Now, there is a big trade-off, though, that comes with this direct-to-Target strategy, and that is the New York Times bestsellers list. Taylor will not qualify for that list because of this single retail strategy. One of the requirements of the New York Times is you have to be distributed through multiple retailers, and that's when they track you. So unfortunately, we won't be able to break records and top charts like Taylor loves to do so much. Now, already after opening weekend, we found out it is the fastest selling book of the year, fastest selling book of the last 4 years, in fact. They sold 814,000 copies, making it the second largest nonfiction debut in history, second only to Barack Obama. And look how close they were. And Barack Obama was in bookstores everywhere. Taylor was only in Target, and only for 3 days because it came out on Black Friday. Really off to a big start here. This book is set to be a juggernaut. The Wall Street Journal is reporting 2 million copies printed in this first print, and it's going for $39.99. Now, a key feature of this exclusivity deal with Target, right? They won't have to compete on price with anybody. It will stay at $39.99. They don't have to discount it at all to compete with anybody, which means that both Target and Taylor get the most amount of money possible for each sale. So $39.99, not unreasonable for a hardcover book like that, right in line with, I think, what normal pricing should be. Taylor's not known for extorting her fans, at least not on pricing. I say that because she does release multiple versions of every album. So if you are a super fan trying to collect them all, that gets expensive, but that's a story for another day. Let's break down exactly what Taylor is set to make from the Eras Tour book here, now that we know it's 2 million copies sold at $39.99, and we'll do it both ways, right? If she were to do it the traditional publishing model way or her way now. So the traditional model here, the retailer, Target in this case, we get 40 to 50% of the sale price. Then the publisher would keep the other 50 to 60%. Taylor's cut would come in the form of royalties, author royalties, and that would come out of the publisher's cut, and it would vary by the type of book. So for a hardcover book, 10 to 15% is the norm. So that means Taylor would walk away with about $5 a book, which if you times that by 2 million, we are looking at $10 million. Not bad. Not bad at all. But let's do it Taylor's way, the self-publishing model here. First, the retailer would take a smaller cut, slightly smaller, 30 to 50%. We're going to, for our estimate, go 35%. We'll keep it on the lower end because Taylor had all the leverage here, right? Target is just thrilled to be carrying the book, I'm sure. And just happy to be involved. And then production costs. We have to add in these costs now because this would be picked up by the publisher normally. So the printing costs of the book, the developing of the book, all of that. For a high quality, like glossy hardcover like this, they estimate $5 to $7 a book. So we'll say $6 right in the middle. Marketing and distribution, this is where Taylor's going to save money because through her already massive fan following and social media, we don't really need to market the book, right? It kind of sells itself. So that's going to be nominal costs there. From there, we get Taylor's profit, which is whatever remains, which would be about half of the price. So $19.99 is what we're putting it at, times 2 million copies, and you get $39.98 million. 4 times as much, using our averages here, as Taylor would have made under the old publishing model. So this is very much in Taylor's interest, you can see, to figure the publishing world out. Just incredible amount of money we're talking about there. And you can believe once other stars see that, they're going to be like, can I do that? So it's certainly going to draw some interest. Now, the question is, will they be able to do that? I count 4 major factors that Taylor has going in her favor that other stars are maybe not going to be able to replicate. Number 1, a large and devoted fan base, right? And a huge following on social media. Taylor doesn't need the publishers to market her book. The book sells itself already, and she can just advertise directly through social media. That's huge. Not every star has that. Even well-known stars, they just haven't built up their social media that way. Also, Taylor has an experienced team to help get this done with her own website, so she can sell direct to consumer if she needs to. And not a lot of, I don't think, celebrities have that kind of infrastructure set up. Taylor's been in the game for 18 years now, and she has business-minded parents. Her mom was in marketing. Her dad was in personal finance, private wealth management. So these are people who know what they're doing as far as running a business, and they've set up this organization that can figure something like this out and absorb this. Also, I think the existing deal with Target was key because if you're going to publishing for the first time, you're going to need to trust your retail partner, right? You're going to need to already have relationships there and know that they can pull this off. And lastly, Taylor doesn't need the money from a book advance. A lot of celebrities, when they write books, it's because they need the cash, right? I'm thinking of, like, the Michelle Obama biography, the Britney Spears biography. They needed the money up front, they weren't poor, but they needed the money. So that's why they wrote the books. So they're not going to be able to front all the cash that Taylor is fronting to publish the book. She's spending a lot of money before she ever sees $1 back. So that's some good news for the publishers. Those are the 4 kind of things that I think are going to be barriers to entry for people to follow this. Now, for the biggest stars, they could do it. Beyonce, Adele, if she wanted to write a memoir. The very biggest stars could absolutely follow this model. Beyonce's already followed Taylor's model on the movie, right? She released the concert film on her own as well. So that has got to get publishers nervous, right? Because these big celebrity books help pay the bills for all the books that don't make any money at all. These are the guaranteed paycheck books. If too many of them start leaving the publishing world to self-publish, then they've got a real business problem on their hands. I don't think most celebrities are going to want to take on this headache, to be honest. What we will see, though, is they will have better leverage to negotiate better terms on their deals with the publishers. They can threaten to self-publish. The publisher will give them a better deal, and everybody wins in the end. For Taylor, however, book publishing makes sense because the market is already there. Look at all the books that I found about Taylor Swift already for sale on Amazon and in bookstores. I knew there would be a lot. I was floored when I saw just how many. This first little batch you're seeing here is about 100 books. And this is just adult general interest books, right? So biographies, whatever. From here, there are subcategories of Taylor Swift books. There are children's books, starting as early as your ABCs, teen novels. Then we have activity books, things like coloring and stickers and trivia and games. Taylor likely isn't getting a dime from any of this. There's an entire subcategory of novels based on Taylor Swift song titles. Look at all these. There are music books. These would be the easiest to self-publish right away, right? Just sheet music of all of her songs for different instruments. If your kid's learning how to play guitar, why not from the official Taylor Swift guitar book? And my favorite here, which is using Taylor as creative inspiration for your own hobby, like poetry or crochet, cookbooks and cocktails. So all these people are already making a lot of money off of Taylor and her name. So, I mean, if she wants to really build up this Taylor Swift publishing, it would make a lot of sense because she could start reclaiming a lot of shelf space, so to speak, that other authors have been taking from her, using her name and making money off of it. She can bring it back to her. Just speculative, but I don't think it's that far out of the question. So Taylor Swift is just changing industries one by one here. First it was music, then we had movies, concert touring. She's changed the game with this latest tour. And then now book publishing. She has just become so massive that any direction she decides to move, she is inevitably shaking industries. There is an impact that is felt. And with Taylor's willingness to take on the status quo, right, and cut out the middleman, she is proving to be a formidable disruptor in the entertainment industry. Before we get to our 3 fun facts here, I do want to ask you to like the video if you can and subscribe if you want for more content like this. All right, let's get to the 3 facts that I pulled from the book here. First, Taylor's favorite entrance of the show is Reputation. The mysterious footsteps timing up perfectly, she says, with the ominous synth beats of Ready For It. The point in the show goes absolutely wild with choreography, strobe lights, snakes everywhere. The album was all about rebellion and defiance, and she looked forward to it every night. We are going to go to the Midnights era for a second revelation here, which is in the song Mastermind. I never caught this. I don't think anyone caught this. You can see Taylor moving around chess pieces, you know, for Mastermind. She's actually directing the dancers to move in the formation of a checkmate. They are creating checkmate. Isn't that crazy? And lastly, we get our first peek inside the janitor's cart that Taylor famously rode to the stage in every day because the stadium was so full, right, behind. There was no way to get her to the stage without being seen, so they put her in this janitor cart. We can see it's actually quite cozy inside and more spacious than I would have imagined. She has a bench in there, some handles up on top to hold on to, and some pictures on the walls, cats, soft lights in there. I guess for the world's biggest pop star, even a janitor's cart can be made luxurious. Taylor ends the foreword of the book saying, "See you in the next era." What will that be? It's anyone's guess. I think it's going to be a big pop era, TS12. That's just a total guess. I have no reason to believe that, but we haven't had a big pop album since Lover. So I think we're overdue. Let me know what you think, though, in the comment section if you have any ideas. And again, don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you want for more content at the intersection of media, politics, and pop culture, the heavy emphasis on Taylor Swift. Thanks for watching.